right, big game this week. Wisconsin versus Iowa, so it deserves a little bit extra coverage, I would think. So we're gonna go through here is I've got a bunch of clips of the Iowa defense. First up against Penn State, and then again also against Purdue. I picked Penn State and Purdue, obviously because they're both Big Ten teams, but more importantly, they are both air raid teams. Yursich's offense at Penn State is a little bit different, but I would say it's a lot closer to what Phil Longo runs. You're going to see a lot of plays here that are very similar to what we run. They add a couple other wrinkles here and there that he's picked up at other places, but you can definitely see the Mike Gundy influence from the air raid at Oklahoma State. And then Purdue is a much more wide open variation of the air raid. So two different styles of a similar offense playing against the same defense, and hopefully we're going to be able to pick up some things about what we can exploit against Iowa. All right, so here we go. And what I've done here is I've just found a couple highlight reels of Iowa's games, and I cut up the offense and defense separately, and we're just going to go from here. All right, so on this play here, we got 2nd and 2. And this is Penn State in a 2x2 formation. Looks like we got 11 personnel. And let's see what we come out with here. So play action. Curl on the backside. 3-man protection. Okay, start go here at the bottom. This is very similar to what we'll run. And so we're running a little bit of a slot fade. And then a stick at the bottom, curl at the bottom. And then we're doing similar here where we're running curl at the top. Quick little play action, get the ball out. Okay, Penn State or Iowa is in zone coverage here. I'm guessing this is... All right, so yeah, so what we're doing down here is we're pressing. We're going to play the flat here. We're going to run with number 2 until he breaks out. And then we're going to rotate over the top. Okay, so we're rotating out. We got a flat defender out here. High outside, high, high. So basically a variation of cover 4. Guarding against the shot because 2nd and 2 is a great time to take a shot. All right, next play here. Same drive. 3rd and 7. 3x1. Motion. A little bunch concept. All right, so we're running shallow all the way. Okay, coverage-wise. Okay, so they run a little bit of a switch here. So when he motions across, 29 is going to take the outside guy because 30 has the higher angle, so he's going to take the higher low out of this group here. Hey, but not bad. I like the shallow. I like using the three receiver group to kind of set, not necessarily a rub, but just this kind of burst release is going to create a lot of space. Okay, rotating down. Obviously, this is a run, but we're going to see this a lot where they're going to come out in a 4-high shell, and then they're going to rotate one down to either play cover 3 or to play cover 1. You'll be able to tell by the release of the corners, by the footwork of the corners, what they're doing here. Probably running man, but I'm going to run play anyways. Split flow. Iowa is very fundamentally sound. They flow to the ball really well. They plug gaps really well. All right, moving on. 2nd and 7. Play action. Okay, running the verts. Okay, so we got vert, and we got cross over the middle. Excuse me, the outside receivers are going to hit a landmark. If they're capped, they're going to come downhill, and that's exactly what we saw there. Get to 10 yards, capped, come back downhill. We're going to see this a lot. This is a staple of what we do. But again, because Iowa's playing in that shell, and they're playing loose. Okay, it's man, but they're really giving a cushion. They don't want to get beat over the top. Okay. Power GH. And again, I was really stout in the box. Really good plugging by the inside linebacker, especially number 10. Getting down there, getting nasty with that with the pulling tight end. Okay, 1st and 10. Here's a really good look at, again, how Iowa sits in their back half. Okay, we've got a shell, and we'll rotate in and out of this. Where they got the down safety. So they're in nickel. And let's see how they rotate out of this. So they're going to bring, one safety is going to go down. This safety will rotate to the middle if necessary, but since it's, it's cover 1. And they're not worried on the backside. There's Cooper DeJean. You're gonna see in both these games, they pick a side for him and he stays there. Whether it be on the best receiver or whatever, he picks a side. But I think Penn State shows some things here that I would really like to see us run against him, to try to slow him down a bit. Okay. 2nd and 1. Bring the safety down. We're going to bring some pressure. Cover 0, essentially. Or cover 1. Sorry. Penn State's able to get the 1st down. But Iowa fits this really well. Okay. We're just containing number 10. We're just containing the QB on the backside. Okay. We're sniffing out the screen. And even though they get this, it's a really good job defensively. Okay. We're in the short red zone here at the 9-yard line. This is touchdown. This is a very similar play to what we ran for the touchdown to Tucker Ashcraft against Rutgers. Okay, it's a little bit deeper of a play, but it's a similar concept. So when we ran it, we ran 3-by-1 and ran the drag across. And then we would send the basic, and then we would send the flat. What they're going to get here is they're going to get the crosser in here. They're going to send the motion guy in the flat, and then they're going to run the basic behind, and they're going to run the cross here. Okay? So they're running mesh underneath, and then instead of a basic, they're running more of a deep cross. Okay? So similar concept, just slightly different, and it's the same idea. And they do a really good job here of number 1. He's picking. And again, they caught Iowa in a switch. And you can see right here, he's signaling for the safety to pick him up. But he gave up too much inside leverage, and he gave space to throw the ball underneath. So that's something definitely to keep in mind for going against them this week. All right, so here we go. This is the first time I saw Penn State running empty. Okay, so they're going to, spread out the box. 3-over-2. 3-over-2. And then we're going to shade to the field. Okay, we're going to lurk a little bit. Okay, and then what we're trying to do here is we're trying to isolate matchups. No, and where am I going? I've got this all mixed up. Okay, coming back. Here we go. Professionalism, people. Okay, So with a look like this, we're trying to isolate matchups. This is the matchup that they isolate. Okay, so over here, we're still 5 over 3. We're 4 over 3. Here, we're 3 over 3, but we got a good matchup down here. 3 over 2. I'm all over the place. Nice cut. Get out there quickly. Quick underneath stuff's going to be there. Okay, 2 back. Again, Iowa does a pretty good job plugging it up the middle. Okay, the only thing they got caught here is they got caught in a little bit of cross read where number 10 kind of overflows it a little bit too much when he should be coming downhill at his guard. Don't let the backfield motion mix you up. Okay, same personnel group. Same play. First down. Okay, so here they are rotating down from their 2 high. Okay, gonna play basically a plug up the middle. The work out. Again, nice creative pressure up the middle. Spinning through. Really good pass protection. My number 10 there. Braylon, we need you this week. Okay. Nothing there, but still, pass protection is going to be key. All right, motioning. Penn State really love this formation. And I like this little variation on a bubble screen or a flat screen. Now, this is what we run at Cooper. We get tight ends out on him. We get offensive linemen out on him, and we hit him. Okay, we can't be afraid to run at him. We have to run into him. And that will take a lot out of him as the game wears on. Okay, yeah, he's going to be able to run with us over the top all day. Sure, he's fast. Okay, he's got good coverage skills. But it doesn't mean we can't throw towards him. Okay, so what are we coming out here? Okay. X shallow, runoff. Looks like they're probably running a little arrow route here. Or arrow Texas route. Again, it's not a bad throw. It's there. Okay, and again, here's another instance where I'm not so afraid of DeJean because he's not a very good tackler. Now, he's a cornerback. Okay, so he's not supposed to be a good tackler. He could tackle and be playing safety. But let's see how they spill this and where the mistake is defensively. Okay, so maybe a little bit too much penetration here. Got a little too excited. Okay, again, I think DeJean's run fit is pretty poor here. I wouldn't, even in this condensed set, I would not have him running over the top to get into the run fit. I think I would have him triangulating here off of 37. And I would be coming down. Now, because this should be plugged right here. Boom. I mean, there's no reason for him to be even flat-footed at all. He can see it the whole way. Go get it. And because he feels we're getting a fill here, he has to run over the top here. When if we would have gotten the contain here, we could fill inside here. And that's where we lose contain. All right, moving on. 2nd and 6. Motion. Condensed formation. Hey, like that little stutter in out. Or out in. Okay, using the aggressiveness of the press corner to his disadvantage. Okay, and essentially allowing himself to be screened, to be picked. We're very, trying to get that very similar thing down here at the bottom. Trying to work against that aggressiveness. When Iowa shows press, we can have a change with that. All right, so now we're running loose up at the top. Play action, hit it. Okay, is this play action or is this access? It's probably access, actually, which, again, good to know. We like throwing access, especially to Tanner's left side. Okay, easy pitch and catch. And that's what we need. It might be boring not to take shots all the time, but we need to do it. All right, so I'm just showing this because I love seeing straight T formation. Okay, Iowa's in their goal line defense, submarining a little bit. They actually do a really good job of stuffing this here. So coming back on second down. Again, they're in their goal line set, extra tight ends, and they're running the wide leak. Again, we can use Iowa's aggressiveness to their disadvantage. Okay, they got everybody down in the box. Nobody's playing over the top. And perfect leak. Because again, who's going to pick him up? Yeah, it's a great play. Okay, so again, condensed formations, play action, throw it to the back corner. We have variations of this. We don't have to be under center to do this, but I guarantee you Phil Longo's watching this. We have run that little I formation package against Washington State, so that's going to be there for sure. See it one more time. Easy pitch and catch. Okay. Next here, QB run. Okay. Drew's not as fast as Tanner is, but okay. So let's just look in the box how they run fit this. So this is a little bit different than what we saw against Rutgers. Rutgers would really have a linebacker hanging out a little more, and then their safety would really come crashing downhill on QB run. Okay, number one, not as aggressive coming downhill. Okay, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to force the keep and then flow with it. So they're not scrape exchanging as much as they're just, see, they're slanting off the line. So they're automatically giving the bad key, and that linebacker should already be there, and he's not. And he doesn't get help from the safety. The slant. All right, two back, little flip out, and again, two back with a fullback tight end. And again, Iowa, they're probably playing cover 3 here, or quarter man on the backside. Because 37 is in the backfield the whole way. Number 1 is not reacting downhill at all based on what the slot tight end's doing. Get the ball outside. Okay, 3-by-1 nub. We see something. What are we going to do? Going to take a shot? No. I'm just going to hand it off. First down. Okay, here we go. And again, Iowa's stout inside against the run. But what we've got to be able to do, how we're going to have success in the run game against them, is we've got to get them out of having so many in the box. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can count this guy as 8. They basically have 8 in the box. And I don't think we are stout enough in the box to play against them like this. Straight up. We've got to get more spacing. And if we're going to go tight, then we've got to work out. And I kind of maybe think this is what Penn State tried to do here with this little pin and pull. But we need to be able to bounce it. But it's 2nd and 4, so we're not going to be crazy about it. And a nice hard run. Okay. We're still running. Okay, motion to that tight look again. Going to give the same action that they had on that bubble screen that they ran earlier, or flat screen, excuse me. And again, this is very good defensive fundamentals here. A49 does a great job of staying home. He's unblocked for a reason. Stay home, find the ball, get downhill. Okay. Empty. Taking a shot. Again, what are they running? We're low red zone. We're essentially running man with zone under. So inside backers are just kind of staying home, containing QB, looking for crossers, and we're just trying to take the top off of everything else. Might have had something down here at the bottom of the screen, but I don't really like that leverage. All right. Should have done a better job cutting these up. All right. 3rd and goal. 3-by-1. Okay, and another, I really like this concept here, and I think this is something that we have stuff that runs similar. So they're basically running that snag release. Okay, and then the difference where we would have this middle go sit on the hash and then run curl and then wheel flat out here, what they do is they essentially turn into a flood where we get the little nod in and then we go back up. So we're basically thinking goal line, back corner, inside. So I really like this concept, and I think this is something, because again, Iowa's in straight man. So they're going man with zone underneath, trying to take away the crossers, and then you just get a good matchup. I really like this. Oh, that's pretty good. All right. And I think that's the last one of this against Iowa or against Penn State that I have. So we'll come back here in a second and we'll take a look at Purdue versus Iowa. All right. So here we are with Purdue against Iowa. And Purdue's got, again, similar ideas, different personnel, different philosophy. Okay, so they're working way more with speed and way more with vertical shots. All right, so let's take a look. So again, they show the too high man look, too high man, and then they're going to rotate down and essentially play a robber. He's maybe picking up the running back, but he's down, basically QB spy. Iowa does a really good job getting pressure in this game. And they get pressure in this game by not bringing a whole lot of guys. They just know how to move. This nice late pressure here from the linebacker, who's already standing down in the box. It's a really nice design. So we're down, looping around, finding the first open gap, getting around. Hudson Card had a guy in his face almost all day, but we still complete the pass on a crossing route. Okay, also had snap problems. So this will be another team to pay attention to about how this may look for our offense. Now, this is where Hudson Card kind of lost it for Purdue. And this is the difference between him and Tanner Mordecai. There's nothing here. Iowa's in too high man. They rotate down, playing cover one. There's nothing there. Go. or get rid of it. And this is, probably why he ends up throwing 4 interceptions in this game. There is nothing there. And instead of trying to get away, that's really stupid. But again, Iowa came out and they could play straight up man cover 1 against Purdue. Okay, this game, Jean is up here at the top of the screen. He's going to be on the defensive left the entire time. All right, so we're straight man. We're loose though. We're loose though on the slots. So that means slants, meshes are going to be there. So quick drop. Basically, we're reading here the dropping linebacker. And again, they're showing here kind of a zero look or a mug look where they've got both inside backers up on the line. And what they're going to be reading here is basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to cause the center to pick the wrong guy. And whatever way this center goes, the opposite guy is going to drop. So they still get the pressure, but they get the extra guy in the drop. And then eventually what they're going to do is they're going to do the opposite of this, where they're going to send this. Instead of him sitting in the hole, he's going to go. All right, but it's still there. Okay. Cut him on a blitz. Nice job pick up here by the Purdue offensive line. 3-by-2, and they're running stick. Okay, we run this play right here. Stick inside, stick outside, seam over the top, fade over the top. And we're in a little in fade on the backside. Okay, looking at spacing, looking at matchups. Okay, so they're getting here. They're getting this number 3 receiver isolated on a linebacker, tight end. That's what we want. All right, 3rd and 10. 2-by-2. Taking a shot. Had a step. Oh, had a step. Had a step. And again, I was playing off with the slots. Our slot here. Okay, and they're going to rotate down. And they sent the blitz. So they rotated, but he sat still. Came down a little bit. Okay, his eyes are inside the entire time. Field side blitz. And again, I think we're going to see that a lot. We're going to see blitzes coming from the Gene side because they think that we're worried about him. We're not going to throw that way. Had a step. Okay, coming back 1st and 10. 35-yard line, play action. Taking a shot. Just a bit of pass interference. Okay. Nice tight coverage. Kind of oblivious to where the ball is. Okay, Iowa only brought 4 this time. And they're playing man. And again, they're lurking the safety underneath. He's looking late to anything coming out of the backcourt or spying on the QB. Took a shot. Got the pass interference, though. Okay, go, Hudson. This is all on him. Okay, so now I think Graham Harrell kind of maybe messes up in terms of spacing here. Running this play down here to the bottom of the screen. Because, again, there's not much room. Again, I think they're trying to get something over the top and then let the crosser come underneath. It just takes too long to develop. Okay, this is dead to begin with, so we got to have something coming up here to start. I mean, if anything, he could have taken this little slant in and just hit it right off the snap. Take off and run, boy. So I included these clips here of Card basically getting sacked because I think it's going to show a difference between how Tanner Mordecai feels the pressure and how he moves in the pocket. Is he's going to climb the pocket. He's going to keep his eyes downfield, but he's going to move. He's not going to go back and forth, back and forth. The lucky thing is our defense gets to play against Iowa's offense. So no matter how bad we play, Iowa's offense is going to keep us in it. All right, 2x2. Again, same coverage. Bring in 5. Okay, protect us there. Okay, we throw this ball behind. Okay, kind of what we're talking last week again with Wimset. You know, got to rip this out. And you cannot throw behind. And you cannot throw high. I like it. I like throwing this. And again, you make him look like a superstar because you throw it right at him. Now, the great thing is, again, what I like about Iowa is this big interception down to the 3-4 yard line turns into a field goal. So again, it could be a lot worse. All right, so 2x2 with the wing. We run this formation a lot. Let's see. Okay, so play action, RPL. Yep, RPL. So we're reading this linebacker here. When he steps inside for the inside run, we pitch it outside. Now, that's actually a pretty good job getting off the block out here. But again, these good corners, you got to beat them up. You got to run stuff at them. Not towards them, at them. There's a difference. Okay, now we got to do a better job blocking out there. Okay, 3x1 nub. Outside zone. Okay. So I was in that mug look again. And that's the downside of the mug look, is you're stout on the front half, but if you don't get it on the line of scrimmage, there's a chance you could break it. Okay? And they get the pressure. And this is the benefit of the mug look, is somebody's going to come unblocked. And 34 is unblocked. But because he's unblocked, he's really aggressive getting upfield. So as long as we get a good snap, that shouldn't be an issue. If we get a good snap. Okay. 2x2. Open. A little bit of a low snap. Run draw. Nice. And again, Iowa they're really spread out here. It's 3rd and 25, of course. Get some space. 3rd and 4. Next play we're coming out looking at. Okay. Working across. That's a nice ball. Okay, so we're working the stick fade wheel. Okay, so this is basically Y stick. Tried and true. Running with more of a bubble than a flat. But sit, break out. I'd break out a little bit more. We don't like it because we're already 4/3 over here. Come back quickly to the slant on the backside. I like that. Okay, again, straight man. We're going to play loose. We play loose. We got to make it so we're the, again, run to a landmark. If they're there, we break down on the outside. And we're running out, and we're running dig. we come to the levels. Okay, split flow. Iowa does a good job staying home. Okay, again, fundamentally sound with these linebackers and defensive line. Go. Keeping the eyes upfield. I think Tanner just takes off on this. He probably doesn't have the patience. And this is not really pressure. This is coverage. They're running, and where he wants to get the ball, it's not there. So he gets a little antsy and he takes off. Now, it develops because they got a nice high-low set up here, so they can't full sit back on it, or you're going to give up the flat. And we get a big play, and we get a touchdown. Hear me telling him he should have taken off. Good thing I'm not Purdue's offensive coordinator, huh? All right. 13-7. Outside zone. Okay. Another good, decent play on outside zone. Okay, here we catch them. This is another negative of having the linebackers down low is it kind of can screw up their run fits. And it really can mess with the feet. 34 is a little low, gets caught flat-footed. And we get a good gain. Okay, empty. Again, they're trying it again. They're taking a shot, underthrew it. Okay, I think it's there. Got to throw it more up the sideline. Treat this like a real fade. Okay, make him catch it outside the numbers. Because he tried to get a press and got caught him flat-footed. Got to rip it. GH lead. Something that we run. Okay, that's set up really well. Caught him overflowing with the counter action. And again, I think they're more worried about the QB on this one. And we got a turf monster tackle over here. No. Oh, nice block by the umpire. Look at that. Is that what kills this? Yeah, probably. He probably catches him for a short gain. They still get the first down, but that umpire does a great job of blocking number one. All right, moving on. 3rd and 30. What are you calling 3rd and 30? That'll do. Does he drop it? I think he does. Now, I personally would not be taking this kind of shot at the 14-yard line. Down 6. I want to get some yards and get in a situation to punt. But that's a good throw. And we just drop it. Yep. All right. 1st and 10. 2x2 split flow. Nothing there. I like the levels here. And again, this is something that we can mess with them. Okay, so they're here. Here they're running zone. So they're working high-low. Working high-low here. And working man on the outside. When they motion across, we're working man here. Spy, gonna sit over the middle. Or are they bracketing? Yeah. All right, really good job of kind of exploiting the high-low because he's got to respect over the top and he can't commit downhill until he knows that he's got the top half taken care of. But I like this little play action, and I think that's something that we can run. Okay, coming up 3rd and 5. Again, rotating down. Try and draw. Now we fumble it. It's a really bad draw. Running back's got to be a lot more active in his footwork to sell this. But even if they get this clean, Iowa again with another fantastic. I love this kind of pressure. Iowa's a good defense. So slant, and then we're working from outside in on the loop. And then you have Hudson Carr. I love him. Sometimes I got to watch these plays all the way through before I start commenting on stuff. Talk about luck, huh? First down. All right, 3rd and 8. Hey, let's see what we got here. Running. Yeah, kind of run outside zone. Okay, with a little sniffer. But this is really good job of nice inside move here by number 13. And this is, a fundamental thing with outside zone that maybe I'm a little bit different on. I would with this wide alignment, I would never attack his outside shoulder because this is exactly what happens. He gets too wide and he's just running straight perpendicular to the line of scrimmage or parallel to the line of scrimmage. And our tackle is running out. That's a really tough move for him to do. Okay. Now let's see if Purdue turns this into something after this. So we force the cut. Don't tackle very well in this play till the end. Okay, not bad. Good play there by 13. Climbing the pocket. Nothing doing. Throwing it up. He's lucky he only had 4 interceptions in this game. All right, so they're running. Top of the screen. They're running hitch, slot fade, and basic. And that's probably what we're reading. We're reading fade to the basic to 4 coming across on the dig. And it just takes too long to develop. Iowa only brings 4. And Purdue protects with 6. And so it's good inside pressure here that forces Hudson Carr to step out and basically step into the sack. Or what would have been a sack if he didn't just chuck it up. Again, a little bit too, again, I get it. It's 4th down. We want to get the first down. We don't need a touchdown. So play calling wise, I'm maybe not a fan of this. This is just a little bit too complicated. But you do what you got to do. All right. Okay, so this is nice. A little fake stock, and then set up inside. So we're basically setting up like a screen. And then we catch them in the rotation. So this is actually a really nice play design. Okay, so what's Iowa doing coverage-wise? Okay, so when these guys come out and they run here. DeJean is taking first that goes vertical. We're going to be working here first short, first out, but they overrun it. Because again, maybe he's thinking here. And I think he's passing off the outside receiver to the linebacker. That's a nice design. All right, 3rd and 2. 3-by-1. Split flow. Okay, and Iowa does a pretty good job stringing this out. The tackle's getting pushed up a little bit upfield. I would probably cut this earlier if I was a running back. I'd be cutting right there. Bang it. but still get the first down. I'm not going to complain if I was them. 2-by-2. Taking no shots. And again, nothing doing. And they got another ill-advised throw. Okay, I was bringing 5. Linebacker came late. Running back gets caught out. And I don't know if this is a green dog situation. No, he's just going. Running back just gets caught out. He's trying to get opposite A gap. That was really dumb. All right. Okay, so Purdue coming out here, running curl, cross, shallow. And we're reading shallow to post or crosser. Whatever you want to call that route. So bottom of the screen, peek it, not there. Crosser, not there. Not there. Check it down to the running back, and we get a nice gain. I don't know if we're going to have that kind of time. Play action. Okay, we get lucky here. But let's see if the route was there, even if it didn't get tipped. That was. Again, Iowa plays off, and they want to take the top half off, and they think they can come underneath and tackle. Okay, again, another nice pressure design. Cross blitz. Fundamentally sound, getting the hands up. Purdue gets lucky. I still think that pass was there. 2nd and 7. Open. Okay. And again, Iowa's here. Their garden gets thrown to the corner. So, we're man underneath, too high, 5 in the box. This is a situation where we run. And we catch the middle linebacker a little flat-footed. He's kind of standing there. And again, I'm curious with the defensive mindset here, because they're not up by a lot. It might be 3 minutes left, but you're essentially giving them a touchdown. All right. We beat him to the edge on the outside zone. And what Iowa got caught here is these outside linebacker safeties can't necessarily tell who they are here. They're stepping inside on the split flow. I mean, we're not including these 2 outside guys. We've got 6 in the box. We've got 6 blockers. And then we've got contained by these 2 outside guys. So we should never get caught with our feet going inside. Now we basically essentially got 2 guys in a gap. And now he's got to run around to get around. And that just slight hesitation inside is what kills it. All right. That's it. Purdue does not finish the comeback. We lose 20-14. Penn State beats Iowa 31-7. So what do I think here of Iowa's defense? Kept saying the same things. Fundamentally strong. They're going to play man coverage. Okay, they do a good job of running switch coverages. They have good communication with their defensive backs. This is why they put a lot of defensive backs into the next level. Fundamentally sound in the box. They have really good design pressures. They can get pressure with 4. They can get pressure with 5. And they are going to force you to play fundamentally sound offensively. What do I think can be there against this type of offense? This type of defense. And within our system. Okay, outside zone. I think it's definitely going to be there. Split flow, RPO play action is going to be there. I think RPO in general, especially if they start playing loose in the slots. Look to see them come back and trying to throw some of those slants or sticks to Pauling in this look. I don't think we're going to see them try to do anything different, special against Pauling. He's a tough slot receiver, but it's not like they're gonna match up with a special cornerback on him. Um, they play their show, and they put DeJean where they need to, and they leave him there. I think it's the same with everybody else. They're going to rotate down. That lurker that we've been seeing, rotating from the too high down into the box, he might just be rotating down to sniff on Pauling. So that could be something. Um, so tight ends are definitely going to be need to step up and take a little bit of that load. I would also like to see them coming out on a little bit more 10 personnel. Uh, Iowa does not have a ton of speed in the nickel safety department, so that's something we can exploit. And again, especially if they're going to try to take away Pauling. With DeJean, we saw him against Purdue. He was on the left side. We saw him against Penn State. He was on the right side. Who do we think he's going to try to take away? My money is probably going to be on the Bryson Green, CJ Williams side. So it would be our offensive right. But we'll see. Whatever side he's on, the other side's got to pick it up and be more consistent. Can't drop so many balls. Simple. Good fundamental offense. And I think we can score enough to win because I don't think Iowa's going to score enough to win. So we'll see. Forecasted to be rainy and windy on Saturday, so this might be a slugfest. But we can put ourselves in the driver's seat in the Big Ten West with this win here and set us up for a tough matchup against Ohio State. All right, so we'll see you tonight. This will be Wednesday on Locked On Badgers. Be on there for my usual Coach's Corner. And then also coming back next week with the review of the Iowa game, hopefully reviewing a win. So we'll see you next time.